Hello everyone. This is my second video on XPath. So in this video, we would be talking about identifying web elements within a web table. So using XPath, we would identify elements within a web table. So this would be a two-part series. In the first part, we would discuss what is a web table, the different components of web table, structure of a web table, and how to look for a web table on a web page. So in this video, we will discuss about basics of web table, and in the second video, we will do some practicals using Selenium WebDriver. Just to start with, what is a web table? Uh, it's just a table inside a web page, just like our normal tables we see in our in a database table, or just like a Microsoft Excel is also like a table, right? So anything which have a rows and column structure, we would say it is a table. So just to give you an overview from basic, let's say from a SQL table, like we see this structure, right? So basically, it have 8 rows, right? And it have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, right? So this structure is known as a table structure. And when the same type of data is presented on a web page, so that would be known as a web table. So basically, web table are are of two types: static web table and dynamic web table. So as the name suggests, static. So that means the data on a web table is static. It will not change. The number of rows, the number of columns, or the values inside a particular row will be static. It will not get changed. But there are also dynamic web tables wherein even the number of rows, the number of columns, the values inside that particular cell keeps on changing. That is known as dynamic web table, and it's become difficult to automate such type of web tables using Selenium WebDriver, wherein we need to you know uh, assert our statements in our test cases that what is a particular value for a particular cell, what are the how many rows are present at a particular point of time. So for a dynamic web table, the number of rows can change, the number of columns can change. So all that stuff comes into dynamic web table. So we will talking about dynamic web tables in this series, and how we are going to identify a particular web element out of the table would be our motto. So what are the components of a web table? So basically, a web table would consist of a header, just like any other table, right? And it will have rows and columns. So the header tag is basically denoted using TS tag. Rows, it is denoted by TR tag, R rows. The columns, it is created using TD tag because it consists of data, right? The cell data. So these tags we would be discussing just in a few minutes, practically, right? So if we talk about structure of a web table, if there is a web table on a page, so that could be easily identified using a table tag, right? So these are normal HTML tags. The basic HTML tags which starts with the page. The root tag is HTML starting and starting tag and closing tag. Then the header of the page, then heading closing. Then this is the main body of the page, right? Then in that particular body there is a table. So you see this table tag. Within the table there is a body. So this body will be the body of the table. However, this body will be the body of the page. So within this table, this body would consist of rows and column, as we just discussed, right? The rows would be created using TR tag, and columns would be created using TD tags. So here we see in the table is the body. Within that body, there are two TR tags. This TR, start and close. Second TR tag, this is starting of TR. This is the closing of TR tag. So we can say, yeah, there are two rows basically. Now within that one particular row, how many columns are there? TD, TD. We can say two, right? TD, TD. Start end. Similarly, in the second TR tag, there are two columns, right? So we can say there are two rows, that is two TR tags. So wherever you see a number of TR tags, that means there are that number of rows in that table. So here are two TR tags, one, two. That means two rows. Now there are two TD in a particular TR. Two TD in a TR. That means there are two columns for that row, right? So this is how we would identify it. Now I think it's very clear what are web tables and components, structure of a basic web table. And now we would look for some practical ways that how we identify a web table on a page. So we would be using this site. Yeah, so on this Reddit.com, there are some top gainers out of BSC and NSE companies. So this data is keeps on changing. So this is live data from different companies, right? What is the current stock price of a particular company? What is previous close price, current price, and the percentage change in that particular price? And what is the group of that particular company? Whether it belongs to A group, B group, X group, and etc. Right? So if we go to group Z, you can go any table. I just wanted to group Z because there are less number of companies here, so less number of rows here, right? Okay. Now, so how do we identify a particular web element on a web page? Similarly, we just inspect it or we just place F12, right? Now, if I inspect this particular, okay, before inspecting, let us discuss about this table. So you see, this is the table. So these are the headers of the table: company, group, previous close, current price, and percentage, right? And these are the rows. These are first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So the first row, first column, first row, second column, first row, third column, fourth column, and fifth column. There are five columns for a particular row, right? And these are the cell values. So we would be discussing about it how we are going to retrieve a particular cell value. Let's say we wanted to find out uh, this second last row and uh, and the current price, the current stock price for the second last company, right? So what is the feature of or what is special thing about a dynamic web table is that this will not be static. This comfort common trade limited company would not be always here, right? Based on pricing and based on grouping, it may change here. So after 5 minutes, there could be this JVL Agro Industries company maybe at this place, right? Or there would be new company altogether here. So we cannot say that this data is static. It will keep on changing. So if our requirement is just to identify what is the current price of a company in group Z, which is second last, right? So we wanted to go for this row, this second last row, and we will come here 1.43. This is the current price. So this will be one of the scenario which we will be automating, right? Also in dynamic web table, as you see, these values keeps on changing and all those things. Even these company names will get changed, right? Also, it's not necessarily that the number of rows would always be same. Let's say there are, as of now, let's say there are 25. Maybe after 10 minutes there would be 20. After 10 minutes there would be, after another 10 minutes there would be only 5, right? Even there may be one more column gets added to this table, right? And maybe one column gets removed from this table. So this is the these are the features of a dynamic web table. That's how they keeps on changing. So we will talk about in details about those things, right? So just to give an overview, how do we identify the web table? So we will just do a where, and we'll come to here. We just inspect any element. Let's say I want to inspect this company. So you see now this. You see, as I'm hovering on this table type, it's basically highlighting the complete table in blue color. You can see this will be highlighted in blue color, right? This is our web table. As we discussed that a particular table would have a structure of a table type, right? Similarly, if I expand this table type, it will have the header. Header means this this will be the header for this table, right? So this is also a row, right? This is also a row. So this is the first row, right? But it have headers, right? This is the header which have only one row, right? This company, group, previous close, current price, and percentage sale. So it have headers TH, company, group, previous close, current price, and percentage sale. There are five headers for this table, right? Okay, close this header. Now come to the main body of the table. You see, it's highlighting the main body of the table. It's not now highlighting the headers, only the body, not the header, right? Now expand the body. So as we discussed just before 5 minutes, that there will be TR tags which will represent a particular row. You see TR, this is highlighting this IL and FS engineering, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. You see, and there are now a number of TR tags, right? So these TR tags would be equal to the number of rows in this table, right? So if we talk about the first TR tag, it will have TT tags, right? Because this is the first column, right? So this is actually hyperlink, right? So this is the first column which have a hyperlink this, right? And these are link text, IL and FS engineering. In Selenium we use link text for a hyperlink, right? Now this is the second column for this row, right? This is Z, the group is Z. Third one is 2.00, right? This is the third column, fourth column, right? This is the fifth column, right? So there is some uh, specific feature of this salary value because it also has some color, right? Class green, BC green color, and its value is plus 5.00, right? And finish. First row has 5 column. Finish. Second row. Similarly, this will be the hyperlink. Then the second value chat 1.0. You see, things are getting highlighted on above here. So this is the basic structure of a web table, right? This is a data table because it contains a data table, right? So you inspect any element. Let's say you want to inspect this element. You come here, right? It's highlighting this one. So this would be part of this TR type, right? So if we can identify this row, MP Distilleries Limited, we can come to this 4.7, right? So this is the basic structure of a web table. So in the next video, we will discuss about the practical ways of how we would automate different scenarios. That's it. Thank you guys.